the way that people think of you, like your story is sort of, at least for young people, like I coached my kids in football and soccer and stuff, and was like the guy who never was on the fast track. People weren't going like, yeah, you're definitely going to make it. You're the superstar. You're going to be the thing, but you persevered and you kept going and you kept going. And those are the most important stories for those kids, you know, for sure. Because a lot of them are like, they don't feel that way. You know, they don't feel like there's always going to be some kid. You get in some tournament, even if you're the best in your league, you end up in some tournament in Vegas and you just get destroyed by the kids from Arizona or whatever, you know. Yeah. So there's always those moments where you feel like, oh, damn, there's a lot of people better than I am. And if they don't have someone to point to and think of as like that guy who ended up being that superstar, he also was that way too as a kid, you know, then you lose hope. So you were always someone that like the kids thought of as like, I'll be like that dude, you know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
When did you feel like you were an actor?
Never. I never felt like, I was never treated like, oh, this kid's going to be a success. Anytime I was in a room with people that were very successful, the attitude was kind of like, what's he doing here? You know what I mean? Like, hey kid, you know, you must be happy to be in this room, you know? And
I felt that.
Yeah.
I keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it was, it didn't always make me think, yeah, man, I am here. Like, didn't fill me with pride and confidence. A lot of the time, it would knock you down a bit and make you go like, man, I'm really like, there must be something about me that says I don't really belong in the upper tier of people and wherever my field is. You know, sometimes I show up like I did Ocean's 11, you know what I mean? Like all these big stars in it. And there was a big dinner the night before we were going to start. And one of the producers said, you know, I hadn't even met him yet. You know what I mean? He's like, producing the movie. And he was like, nice to meet you. You're very lucky to be here. And I was like, damn, I was just starting to feel like, okay, like I can compete. I can play with these guys or whatever, you know. But forever there was someone there to remind me, like, you weren't really destined to be this at this level. You know what I mean? And I started to enjoy that because I would think like, okay, you think I'm lucky to be here? I know it has a lot to do with my own like grit. You know, I didn't take no for an answer. I kept going. It wasn't handed to me, and I wasn't born with the like face or the this or the that says this guy's a movie star. So I would start to reframe that sort of semi-rejection as a compliment, you know, of like what I've been able to achieve. And so even when I was like nominated for like an Academy Award or win one, it was still like people would say like the outsider, you know what I mean? Like they would call me certain things as like the long shot, the this and the that. And I'd be like, okay, good. I'm a long shot. Okay, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take it.
Yeah.
So I started to enjoy it, but it's still that way, you know?
Do you think that that thought of what you feel that people or those experiences that you've had has made you the way you are now? Is that why you've attained your success? Because that's the same shit I felt. Mm-hmm. Where, you know, like you'd have the guy, like when you said you're at Oceans and people are, oh, you're lucky to be here. I remember going on a recruiting trip and they brought in all like the studs of our high school and they like pretty much went to everyone else and they didn't go to you. And then, like, that's what fucking fueled me, you know, or the motivation of, you know, you're not supposed to be here or you're happy to be here, but you made it. It's kind of like, you know, when someone says, oh, how tall you are, how tall are you? I go, you know, 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". I go, it's pretty cool, huh? Get to battle against those 6'6" dudes, still dominated. You know, it's one of the, it's the same kind of shit. It's crazy.
But dude, you managed to be that and still have the attitude. Like you were a spark on that team. You were really fun to watch, man. For people, I was talking to my dad on the way over here. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go over to talk to Jules, and he was excited, and I was like, man, this dude's 80, 84, and my son's 15. Like, that's a big range for a fan base, man. Like, you have people who loved to watch you because you, I think, loved playing. And, like, sometimes you'd be mic'd up. Yeah. I don't know why they mic'd you up so much, but you were mic'd up a lot, you know, and you could hear, like, the way you talk to the other people, to the, you know, the other players on both teams. And it was like, that dude loves being out there, loves playing the game, and it made it so much fun to watch. At a time, like, the Pats are always fun for me to watch. But there were some years in there where it was like, it's a slog. Even when you're winning, it's a slog. It felt like, oh, we're on a mart. Like if we don't win, then it's a disappointment. But people hate us. You know, it was always like,
or if you don't win by enough.
Yeah, we're gonna win by enough. Like it was like there were a few tense years in there, and but you were fun and you made it fun. So not only did you persevere and be like had to prove yourself, but you seemed to like carry some joy for the game.
I appreciate that. You know, that means a lot because I did love the game. I still do love the game. You know, it ultimately brought me everything that I've had in my life.